Welcome to the Loc'd Pod.
We're your hosts,
Mina
and Shelly, here to bring you the conversations you didn't know you needed.
If you're ready to dive deep into unapologetic authenticity, you're in the right place.
But fair warning, if you're not here to be real and embrace your truth, this might not be the vibe for you.
We're on a mission to elevate our personal growth journeys through faith, breaking generational curses, and holding ourselves accountable.
So, if you're looking to surround yourself with positive energy and find tools to help you level up, lock in with us.
We are in Bridgerton. I am Penelope. Have you ever watched Bridgerton?
Yes.
Yes. What, you saw the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was your favorite character?
The Queen.
Queen Charlotte. You saw Queen Charlotte?
I did. I saw Queen Charlotte first.
Okay,
Actually.
so you had a different point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I saw it the other way around, but
I feel like the other way around would have made more of a impact, but it just made me curious watching Bridgerton, like
her story.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, they don't even know. They don't even know.
Nope. Crazy. And it was like how you be like before anything else. We always go through this because again, this is just us being us. But by this time, yes, you would have been back. So welcome back to anybody joining for episode 8 of the Loc'd Pod. We are none other than your hosts, Mina
and Shelly.
Okay, baby. We coming back to y'all screens.
Tuned in to the Loc'd Pod.
If you are in your ear, with your earbuds on, you tuning in when this visual drops. What's up? How are you? How was your Christmas? How did you spend it with the fam, or do you celebrate Christmas? What was your holiday? What did that look like? Curious to know.
And if you didn't celebrate, I hope the day was well.
Yes, hope it just treated you well.
Mm-hmm.
How was your holiday?
It was alright.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving still remains the favorite holiday, but it was nice for the kids, for the children.
The children.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Christmas hasn't been enjoyed as an adult or made into an adult thing in my family for a very long time. So I've always felt very whatever about it. Yeah.
Like partial.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's just now we the adults buying the gifts. So yeah.
That's fair. A lot of adults don't enjoy that excitement on Christmas anymore because we kind of shape the gifts only for the kids. Mm-hmm. And something that I realized this year, like going home to be with my dad and my siblings and my stepmom, was that they always made Christmas special for us, even as we got older. So even in me getting older, it didn't matter like exactly what I got, but I was just appreciative for getting things. So like even like some new stuff that we got to play with for the pod, it was just like, oh my gosh, thank you guys for thinking of us. Yeah. You know, like it was cool, and I love to experience that as an adult because I think it keeps that like small little bit of joy, pockets of joy floating around. Because Christmas is my favorite holiday. It's my favorite holiday.
Yeah, I've never agreed with it was just a kid's thing, but when you're young, you don't really have control over that. And then when I went to college, I had to pick realistically which holiday. I couldn't be home for every holiday. I was working full-time in school, full-time internship, all the things. So I had to prioritize. So I was like, well, if I'm going to go home for a holiday, it's going to be for Thanksgiving. And if anything, I think eating together is what like the intimate, like it still has a level of intimacy there.
Okay.
Because when you stop getting gifts, you're there watching everybody else open gifts, and it's just a Thanksgiving part 2. That's really it.
With the food. Yeah, we got
different energy.
We gotta gift the adults a little bit more. Like we even did like white elephant things. Okay. So when we played different games, they were just like different like gag gifts or whatever the case may be. So like when my brother won a game, he got like a sewing kit. He's like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm like, learn how to sew your pants if you got a little hole or something.
That's an essential
thing.
Skill, excuse me.
Yeah, so like little things. So it it was cool to just, even in that sense, if you didn't get much under the tree, like those little, competitive moments. So it was cool being like a big kid, gingerbread houses. I love stuff like that. So Christmas was cool. It was cool. It was restorative. I felt like I had conversations that I didn't expect to have. Like I had my biological father and our conversations have never gone in depth much just because of the like lack of self-work that I feel like he was doing over the years. So this Christmas we were able to kind of break through a bit of a barrier. My sister and I got to give her like insight on like dating and what that looked like. 10 years apart, I got a little advice I could pass down. And I'm going to make sure I do my due diligence. So this Christmas, it was restorative. And I think that's what I really prayed for in those seasons of us praying and fasting. It was like, God, we said there's a end at these sentences. Like, if I'm going to be that period, that end of the sentence, that end of the generational trauma and turmoil, the sacrifice that is going to take place to get there, have to be intentional about. So I think God just showed me, continue to trust me, continue to put your faith in my promises and watch me work. So this Christmas, it was a bit of like reaping what I've been sowing. And it felt good. It felt really good. It felt good. I must say so myself. It felt good. I feel like one day I just got in the shower and I just started worshiping. And next thing you know, I was just in tears because I was just like, it's not perfect. It's not like what it usually was, but I'm grateful. Like, oh God, I'm getting emotional. My brother not being present, like it was like a bit of a sore spot, and even praying, I wanted to make sure he was safe. Like on a holiday that we're always together and loving each other. My niece kind of filled that void, but it's just, I was like, man, I can't believe this is a Christmas, because I think it's the first one that I have physically experienced without him. Like my sister, my brother, my dad, my stepmom, their grieving process of his absence is a little different. So for me, I was like, oh damn, he's really not here right now. And guys, you may not, or you wouldn't know, but my brother, he's just battling some trauma, and it has caused him to make some life decisions that put him in a situation that we're not used to seeing him in. That's the most respectful way I could put it, and not I don't want to invade my family's privacy. If we share deeper one day, it's gonna be on Patreon. But this is the first Christmas that I was like, wow, God, like, I hope he's okay. Like, that was my only desire. So yeah, that got me a little emotional. Even in praying the day of, I was just like, I didn't expect this to hit me like that, but it did. And that was a reality that I had to accept. Ooh, hopefully no mascara started running. I was doing an ugly cry on Christmas Sunday, y'all. And I was like, why did I even put on makeup? This is what it feels like right now. But yeah,
you good.
That was Christmas in the household of the Martins.
Yeah, I feel like the holidays just look different, continue to look different, because you're constantly trying to hold on to, if you had any traditions, any family traditions that you can remember. And it's crazy, like our perspective as children, and when we grow up, like the things that we used to like look forward to, and like some of our best memories, like what those were attached to. Like if we didn't see the family arguing, or we didn't know about the family drama because we were young, and then as an adult knowing like
everything.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, these are the people that I looked up to.
Yeah. It's really it's almost disappointing, because it's like you hold your family to a certain standard, and you expect this, like this idea that you have and that you build around your family to be what it is all the time, and to realize like it only looks that way in certain parts, or like because people don't reveal, like they know how to put on a show basically, and it's in the midst of trying to protect our innocence as children, I feel like that kind of sets us back a little bit, because it's like we're living in something that's not the reality. So when we realize what the reality is, it's like, now what the fuck do I do with this?
It's like a culture shock.
Yeah,
it's our first encounter with trust issues.
Yeah,
because
Yep.
my dad telling me like he didn't think to ask his parents certain questions. I'm like, well, why the hell not? Just because they have the title mom and dad does not mean that they're exempt from flaws and from needing to improve. They are not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So him feeling like what they presented was all that there was to the story, I'm like, don't be so gullible.
Right.
There was
Everybody
more
got
to everybody had layers and depths to them that they may or may not reveal for whatever reason.
But it's
But don't
there.
be fooled. Don't be fooled. So it's like a two things existing in reality at the same time, both accurate, but both two different point of views. Like you may know somebody in a different light than I may know them, same person, but your experience is your experience with them, mine is mine. So it's eye opening too, because your family, they're your first everything for the most part. So you shape this perception of life and humans around who you're so consistently surrounded by, and that becomes your reality. And once those bubbles are burst, it's like, whoa, I gotta relearn, I gotta rebuild, I gotta reshape. I have to let some things go, because that's not even who I am or who I want to be associated with. So it becomes, it's like a death and rebirth. It's like a unlearning and relearning, teaching yourself new things based on just what you were given, because we can't choose our family up until a certain point.
Yeah. I think it was certain things that kind of, other than like the traditions and just how the holidays happen now, how they've become different. Almost disappointing to see how okay everyone is with how things are, like not willing to put in the effort, not willing to do new things to create new memories. It's kind of like, it almost feels like taking the easy way out. Like, I had given suggestions just as an example for things that, we could do next year. I'm like, we've never been, I've never been bored on the holidays. Like the holidays I always look forward to, because it always meant like a house full of family, cousins, uncles, whoever, lots of dancing, music playing all night. So I'm like, okay, even if it doesn't look like that, how can we, like, we still enjoy things, like, and by me, I mean like me and my siblings, like, we're the adults now, we're in control. We can, if we want to play some games, set up a table, buy some cup, like we can do all these things. But it almost feels like it's just too much work. It's not worth it. It's not worth putting in the work to create the memory for the kids. It's like, well, they're already happy with what we do already.
Going that extra mile, it's like a contentment has been built, but we shouldn't ever get content. And I think that it just speaks to why our season of cultivating our own memories and a future of holidays for ourselves is important. Like that's an essential part of like the waiting season, paying attention to the things that you want to pull from your childhood, from when it felt like the pinnacle of your holiday season, to thinking about future, and you either building a family if that's what you want as a woman, because every woman doesn't want that, or you building those memories with your friends and people that you're connected to. Like it's kind of like cultivating us to taking what we've learned and applying it to our journey, so we can build things for ourselves. Because, oh, child, y'all, the matching PJs got to me this year. Okay, your girl is, how you be like cats out the bag, your girl is newly single. And I got on social media on Christmas and I was like, whoa. I didn't realize the lover girl in me was just so ready to just fall, and I had to vent in my close friends. If you're not in my close friends, you wouldn't notice. But I had to just be honest with how I was feeling. And it was refreshing. Not that I am happy that other people were feeling what I was feeling, but it was refreshing to be able to have relatable conversations and be encouraged through that like weird process of waiting, like knowing what I'm preparing for, knowing what I'm worth, knowing what it is God has for me, and it still not be in front of me yet. So yeah, the matching PJs had me feeling some type of way this Christmas.
Hey, like, that was regular. Y'all was cute. Y'all was cute.
Y'all was even down.
I don't know. I feel like my desire for a companion, my desire for a family comes in waves, and it's not always at the same moments or at the same time. I feel like seeing, for me this year, whoa, can you relax with the
It's
eyes?
okay to see it. This is just, it's no dry eyes in this room. Y'all probably been crying
First
with us
of
from
all,
the beginning.
Anybody who know me, this is a record that I lasted even 8 episodes before shedding some tears on this. Okay,
we are literally the same in that. It's one thing I'm gonna do is cry and take a nap.
Episode 1, take a nap. Y'all would have already seen
the tears.
I've been holding it down. Okay,
we are expressive here. We listen and we don't judge.
It was more so the family dynamics, like seeing the families bond and play games and do the matching PJs, which is why I wanted to do the PJs. It wasn't for a booth thing. It was just
like the family
to
aspect.
feel, to bond. So yeah, it was a lot of just that, and then just wondering like how it would be, because when you get into a relationship, you're now not only spending holidays and important celebrations with their family, you're spending them with another family too. So it's dealing with how the other family might operate, and
what they might do.
I'll be damned if that family operates worse than mine.
Like something gotta give. It should be a balance. It should be a balance.
One of us got
to be a balance, because I feel like it also, holidays can get draining too and overwhelming, and feeling like you gotta like get gifts for everybody and show up in this.
Oh yeah, a long time ago I had to detach myself from certain expectations when it came to holidays. I'm like, it took one time of me gifting, and I told you, gifting a gift that it was thoughtful from my heart.
Ooh, girl,
and it was received like, you basically like, you could have kept this, and I was like, well, I could have that the last give it back. Actually, still got the receipt. Put it in the bag. Exactly. Put it in the bag. But I really was like, and I was young. I spent my hard-earned coins,
and I didn't
on this gift, and I didn't have to.
Yeah, so it's a balance. I feel like knowing how you could show up and contribute, also in like a family setting, even a friend setting. Like, what can you bring to the table? Because holidays do get pricey. They get expensive.
That's why I never have plans for my birthday.
Okay. I was the chef this Christmas, so I cooked all the food up at 5 a.m. That's how I know that's my purpose and my calling. I didn't even set an alarm for 5. It was like 6:45. I was up at 5. Like, well, it's time to cook. That was my contribution, because the finances wasn't given by everybody. On top of the fact that I had to travel.
Oh yeah, that already would have been a lot. How?
That'll do it.
How? But yeah, in the waiting, I feel like the waiting season and cultivating like the things that you want. One, it's important to know what those things are, so that you understand and have an awareness of how to prepare for that. Because I cannot say I want to value traditions and create new memories any chance I get, but I'm not attempting to do that with my family, because best believe I bet we will be in matching pajamas next year and playing games.
Stand on business with that. Stand on business. And it's really, we can make it happen if we like delegate and split up the tasks. Everybody doesn't have to do one thing. So
that's what I have to say too, because it was coming off like, we already do this, we already do it. nobody told you specifically to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are how many people
effort
in this chat? We can make it work. Like, stop. At some point, stop being lazy. Like,
and
we gotta do it if it's for the sake of the
forth.
kids, or if it's for the sake of us just creating new memories as adults. Because the reality is, we're not the children anymore. The attention isn't on us. But like you said, we can still preserve that. Like, we still, as adults, deserve surprises and gifts and things that we've been speaking about. We thought nobody was listening. Like, we deserve that too. Like, why does that only have to be birthdays, wedding anniversaries, anniversary with your boyfriend, girlfriend?
It should be like, Christmas too, from your family.
Like, that's an all-inclusive. That's an everybody thing.
Yes, it is.
And I feel like it's when we start labeling things as childish, or like those are kid things, is when we start to lose our
inner child. Mm-hmm. The inner child in us is going to forever exist.
Yep.
Because you have been through so many things, no matter what your childhood looked like. Mm-hmm. Like, there's still a part of you that's growing and maturing. So don't take it away. Like
add to it. If anything, like, I feel like it keeps the fun there.
Yeah.
Like, even when I told you, when I was exercising, but I was gonna put something on TV for my niece to be distracted, and I'm like, well, there's a dance fitness thing that we can do together. I'm still getting my fitness in. She just gonna think we dancing in the club, partying, and it's a win-win for the both of us.
The illusion,
and I'm
get your workout in.
Before even doing that, I'm making excuses like, nah, I can't find no kid-friendly songs. She's not gonna be able to keep up. 30 minutes is too long. We went through a 30-minute dance fitness workout. I got my workout in. She got to spend time with her auntie and create a memory that she'll probably remember forever. And to her, we wasn't exercising. We was just dancing.
Mm-hmm. It's like a shift in perspective. Like, even with my niece getting toys for Christmas, when kids get toys, the best part is being able to play with them. And mm-hmm. don't buy your kids, your nieces, your nephews, whatever, these toys, and then you don't want to help them set them up. You don't want to take them outside to drive the four-wheelers and the roller skates and the bikes. What is the point of purchasing these things if the day they get the gifts, you're telling them, oh, you got to wait? Mm-hmm. No, get your lazy behind up.
They let them do like two or three gifts each. Some of them, you got to assemble.
Don't buy the gift. If you don't want to do all that work, don't buy it. Because that's not fair to them. They're sitting there looking at it like...
Because they're trying to sneak it out.
Trying to be patient. My niece was so patient for a 5-year-old. She kept asking, Auntie, are we gonna go outside?
Oh.
Are we gonna go outside? I said, Ava, yes, we're gonna go outside. And I had to stay true. I was like,
because it's easy to,
We got dressed, we went outside. She had the time of her life. It took maybe 20 minutes mm-hmm. out of my time, and then we transitioned to something else.
That's what we tell ourselves. It's too much, so that's why we don't do it. So when it comes to doing it for a child, it's even it's even much more.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's okay. The brain be doing it sometimes. It's even much more than we realize.
Yeah. But it don't. It's not. It's just an excuse to just not do it. We're just lazy sometimes.
We can't do that to the little ones. They didn't ask to be here. That's what I try to remind myself of. Like, she just wants, or they just want some time, some attention. Mm-hmm. They want to explore a little bit. Mm-hmm. And remember when you wanted to do that. Mm-hmm. And I think about the times where I wish somebody would have took me, even in my older years, like when it was time for me to like want to get my license and get a car and stuff, the support that I really didn't have mm-hmm. from the people that I would have thought I would have had the support from. So it's important to, from the time they're yay high, when mm-hmm. they start talking and their thoughts are being shared more up until adulthood, figure out how you could help and feed and nurture a part of that person. Mm-hmm. I think that's super important. That it's it'll create a different form of like community. Mm-hmm. For I can't think of another way to say that, but community where I'm there for you, you're there for me.
Like literally through all situations. Mm-hmm. And I think that I remember seeing a post that it was of a woman. She was married and had kids. I don't remember how many, but she was saying one of the things that she valued about what her and her husband built before having kids was a tribe, was a community. So they had a community before having a child, and she felt like that made all the difference because yeah, because the same people that were there for them, helping them through their singleness, helping them through their relationship, through their marriage, through their engagement, was the same people helping them through becoming first time parents and dealing with certain things. Because there's no manual to none of this, to being a parent, to being a human being, to being anything.
We're all figuring it out for the first time.
Everybody, all each and every one of us, and it's like we're learning from other people's experiences and learning that things that worked for one person may not work for us. So having that community to be able to see things from the outside, to be able to have experience being a parent for the first time, to be able to give that advice, to be able or to have experience being in a marriage, to be able to give that advice, like, hey, sometimes it's not going to look like this, sometimes it's going to look like this, and this is what helped us, this is what you should figure out. And I feel like it keeps you sane in certain moments, even as an individual, like going through certain challenges, outgrowing certain things, going through spiritual warfare, like having people that are equipped for that type of battle and that's able to help you in that position. Because when you're dealing with things alone and you don't have someone to give you that advice, to give you or even to listen to what you're going through, like our mind is so strong, it plays so many tricks on us, especially when we're in a low moment.
Oh yeah, and that mind is the battlefield. That is where the attack begins to happen, because it's like the central control of everything. And if your mind is taken over, everything else is gonna follow.
Yeah.
So that's a testament to why it's important to surround yourself with those like-minded, those like you said, that are equipped, those that are divinely sent to you to help you through seasons. Because we often tend to retreat and not talk about things because we don't want people in our business. But it's time to let people back in your business. Just find the right people and the more qualified ones.
People that you can trust, confide in, people that are not only in a capacity of receive or to offer, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to call it constructive criticism, but people that can offer that type of guidance and advice, and people that can also receive it. Because who am I to say, like, I'm only I can tell you where you need to work on and where you lack and what your weaknesses are, but I can't receive the information from you as a leader, as your mentor, as your coach, as someone you're just looking up to, or as your friend. That has to be able to be received both ways.
Yes, it does. It does. You have to be willing to open your heart and your mind a little bit past what you're comfortable with, a little bit past what you may just know on your own. There's always somebody who has been in a position similar to you, if not even some the same, like literally mirrored experiences. So we always get to the takeaways at weird moments. But one of my takeaways is to seek your tribe. Seek your tribe intentionally. Seek your tribe without compromise. Seek your tribe the same way you would seek a partner or be sought. Because as women, we should not be seeking anyone. The verse says, "He who findeth a wife, act accordingly." You just be ready to be sought. Okay? Sorry, I had to put that in there. But seek your tribe. Seek them, and seek them with intention. Because there's nothing like it. Like, nothing like it. I'm so excited about the people that I'm close to in life. And even though it gets smaller and smaller as the years go by, the people are so intentional that they're like giants, and they fill the shoes of like 20.
Yep.
One person.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly, baby. So seek that tribe, and don't feel bad for demoting people from who once was a best friend to now just a friend to now just somebody that you may know to an acquaintance to like a homie in passing. Like, know the difference.
It happens. And it's okay.
Yes, it is.
It's okay. I have two. So the first one would be when your people, right, when your tribe starts to reveal themselves to you, believe them. I feel like as adults we go through so much heartbreak and disappointment and all the things that it's so hard for us to open up as adults because we think we like that time has passed. There are no rules. You can meet somebody today that has better intentions for you than somebody that you've known for the last
for a long time,
15 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Be open to new friendships, new circles, new experiences. And in your waiting season for all, well, it's not just for women, but for all my women out there, because I feel like I've been in this season for all my life.
All my life I had to fight.
I did. Continue to prepare yourself. One of the best advices that I've gotten from a male friend was, during this period, work on you. Work on you. Get better as a person, get better as an individual, get better as a woman. And if y'all come back to each other, then y'all will both be better people than where y'all were. But if you don't, at the end of the day, you're going to be a better woman for it, period. It'll attract whoever is coming next if it wasn't that one. So, and also like that video that I shared with you, sometimes you don't receive who your person is because you might stop what you're doing for you. You might stop the calling that's on your life.
Because you focus on that.
And as women, we do that very easily.
Yeah, we tend to sit on the back burner and forget. And sometimes you're not blessed with what you cannot juggle and or balance. So yeah, I agree with that. Just continue to prepare yourself to be sought because men, they see.
They do. And when they decide that, I had experienced this personally, and I've seen it. Some of my guy friends and male associates of mine, when they know who they want, they know who they want, and they're not gonna stop at anything until I don't want to say you belong to them, but until you're with them. Like, and they're a determined man. If you've ever seen this live and in color,
that's an experience.
Okay,
when that man, ladies,
it's different. It is different.
Yes.
It is different.
Grandma once told me that man should love you more than you love him. And as a woman about to turn 30 and going into another decade, she was spitting facts. Why our natural instincts are different than theirs. So they have to be committed to loving you differently than you are committed to loving them.
Because it would be different than how they've loved anyone else. And it would be different how you love compared to anyone else.
Completely different. Even like in the season, this is me speaking from an unmarried point of view, but in the seasons of you like not having that spark, or you feeling like, we're kind of not in the same place we were once before, getting back to those foundational values of why in the beginning it helped. Remember why you allowed him to get that close to you to create and cultivate that relationship, and also remember that love that you got is exclusive to you. So it's a beautiful thing to think about. It's a beautiful thing to look forward to. And for those of you that are married and in that journey and that season, God bless the union. And I pray that God continues to add and to fill your cups.
Yeah.
We speak that over, especially our Black couples. There is so much, and my sister has said it. She was like, yeah, I grew up in a 2-parent household, but all I can really remember is a lot of the trauma and a lot of the unhealthy ways that love was taught to me.
Yeah, and people think it's only negative when there's one parent in the house. Not all 2-parent households are giving what we're supposed to give.
No, so I do speak that over our Black couples, the ones that are getting there, the ones that are there, the ones that are in the thick of it. It is, and it's not easy. That's another job.
Yeah.
It's another whole lifetime commitment. So
yeah,
as we wait, I'm enjoying. You tell me, you remind me. I have plenty of reminders. Like, this is your you time.
Yes.
And let
the
you're doing
all the right things right now. So it's just a matter of time. You just don't know when. That's the reality.
It's gonna catch me off guard. Smack.
It's on the way.
Smack me. When it smack me though. Whoo!
It's on the way.
When it smack me though. At least you'll be there to catch me, somebody, because I'm gonna be like, wow, wasn't it?
We prayed this moment.
We did. What?
Child, when it happened for me, we might have, how after the championship games, the teams have a parade. Might be a parade.
Okay, we're gonna have to go up. Club going up on the
But all it's telling me, in efforts of looking at it from a positive light, is just telling me there's just some things that need to be tweaked. That's all. Yeah. There's just some more things that need to be put in place before.
Still some pruning.
Yeah.
Some like pressing that's going on. God is like refining. He's like, this is gonna stretch you in a different way. I'm getting you ready. So yeah, the waiting season. It gets a little hazy.
You need to plan so you don't fail.
Yep.
Was it failure to? What's the thing?
Failure to plan is setting you is like failure to plan is planning for failure. Basically, like you don't create a game plan, so you already put yourself at a disservice. So yes, game plan it out. Make sure you have the tools. Make sure you have the tribe. Make sure you get your mindset, your battlefield ready.
Yes.
Because while you wait, the work that needs to be done is going to show you if you're really ready for what you're waiting on. So,
and it'll show for sure.
Yeah. So we're encouraging anybody in that waiting season to lock in with yourself, to really cultivate the life that you see fit for self first before anything else is added to the equation, so that when those things are added to the equation, you've already mastered the self part. So you can show up now and operate in those roles that you have prayed for.
And you're doing just that. You're adding. You're not subtracting. Removing. You're not compromising. Well, it's a compromise.
In some ways, yeah.
But you're not putting yourself on the back burner to put something else there.
Yes. So, yeah. We love you guys. We are still elated and overwhelmed with joy, excitement, just outright be driving us crazy when we see these numbers growing on these platforms.
Like, comment, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, what is you doing?
Okay, are those post notifications on? Because on Wednesdays, at 7 p.m., the audio is in your ear top.
And Thursdays, your head top. Y'all know we on YouTube. So, if you don't know that by now,
you really not locked in.
Hello, we need y'all to get it together.
Please
get it together. Follow us on Instagram,
TikTok,
Patreon. We are uploading our first Patreon episode very, very soon. So you don't want to miss that because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be even better than the full episode.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 8, because that's what we're gonna do. 8. On Patreon and everywhere else. Until next time, if this is your first time, let us know what you think. Let us know if you will vibe with us again. Let us know if you have any questions for us to answer, because we did drop a little bit of a Q&A portion in the Patreon video that will be uploaded. So let us know what you want to know about us. What do you want to know about your host? What do you want to see us do? Send us some challenges. Let's make it fun. And most of all, stay locked in.
Yes.
Until next time, Bye.
See you later.
It looks like that's a wrap on today's episode of the Loc'd Pod.
We appreciate you for being a part of our journeys and taking us along on yours. Make sure you hit us up on all our platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and TikTok. We want you in our community.
Remember, we drop new episodes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Set those reminders and turn those post notifications on.
And don't sleep on us. Stay locked in with us in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts and stories.
Until next time, keep it unapologetic and authentic.